Imagine this. You're just trying to get some cash. Your grandchild is waiting safely in the car, and in a flash, your whole world is turned upside down by violence. That's exactly what happened to a Seattle grandmother in a terrifying ATM robbery where she was shot. But that's not the end of the story. The perpetrators were caught. They pleaded guilty. They're facing justice. But stay with me, because this is not just about crime. This is a powerful look at the consequences, recovery, and what we can learn from it all.
How painful is this right now, walking?
It's painful.
It's been 19 months since Tina Rothert was shot 3 times during a robbery attempt, once in her stomach and twice in her left thigh.
Right here is one bullet wound. There's another bullet wound here. I have another here. I have 8 wounds because of entry and exit, plus one of the bullets that struck my leg broke my femur and fragmented, so some of the fragments came out.
She's still in physical therapy twice a week.
I can't walk very far without the use of an aid. A little bit, more than I was 6 months ago, but very limited.
Here's why. On April 5th of last year, Tina stopped at the ATM in Covington to deposit a check. She had just put her card in the machine when 2 20-year-olds, Trice Famavangje and Colby Delamar, surprised her.
What do they say to you when they come up?
They said, take $1,000 out of the machine. You're going to give me $1,000 right now.
Tina was trying to explain to Trice that her bank has a limit on withdrawals.
He was having no part of it. He says, I know you can, and you're going to do it right now. And I said, no, I can't. And he shoved me out of the way.
Delamar was holding her at gunpoint.
Somehow, somewhere, I managed to yell, help me. Don't ask me how. I just know it came out. And as soon as I said that, he turned and fired.
Tina fell back to the ground.
I think he was just angry because he didn't get the money.
The ATM's camera shows Trice jump at the sound of the gunfire, and then the 2 of them race away. They took off in a silver Nissan Sentra.
Could you believe you'd been shot?
No.
A nearby store worker heard the gunfire and raced to help stop the bleeding. Tina's 10-year-old granddaughter was in the car and saw everything.
I know that Haley has got some serious anxiety with all of this. She's very protective of me.
You haven't been back to that ATM
No.
since it happened, but
No.
What's it like just being this far from it?
Right now it's okay. My back is to the ATM, but I have also been doing physical therapy right down there for the last 19 months. So it's what my therapist calls, conditional exposure, which helps you get over some of the trauma.
Tina's path to recovery has been paved with pain and PTSD.
Fireworks, cars backfiring, popping balloons. 4th of July was 2 weeks of hell, for lack of a better word.
It's heartbreaking when you hear about incidents like this, especially when it involves children and violence erupts. But what strikes me the most about Tina's story is the sheer audacity of the robbers and the possible psychological effect this incident may have on her and her granddaughter, Haley. For Haley, seeing her grandmother shot may have lasting effects. But there is another crucial part of this story: justice. The 2 individuals that are responsible for this were quickly apprehended.
King County Sheriff's Detective Brittany Bertner was able to get a license plate number for the suspect's car. It belonged to Trice and led to the arrest of both suspects. Tina says she believes Trice is remorseful. He pleaded guilty to rendering criminal assistance and was sentenced in August to a year in custody. Delamar pleaded guilty to assault first degree and attempted robbery first degree.
So the prosecution and the defense have come up with an agreement of a little more than 12 years in prison after he pled guilty. Are you happy with that sentence? Is that justice?
No.
So why settle?
Because I need this over. I need to get it. We're looking at 19 months with a deal. We aren't even close to going to trial. How long would that be? And do I want to look at him every day for how long? I want this over. I need to be able to move on with my life and get this behind me.
Tina's planning to give a 5-page victim impact statement at Delamar's sentencing on Friday.
I want them to know that no matter how horrible your childhood is, these kind of crimes are not excusable. If that gun was just supposed to be a scare tactic, it shouldn't have had any bullets in it.
She's also hoping that her message sinks in with the courts, that victims' rights should come first. She's already been told that Delamar will have numerous speakers pleading for leniency.
The defendant has pled guilty to both felonies. However, he gets the same amount of court time on Friday that I do. And that makes no sense to me, because why does his team need to speak if he's already pled guilty?
Tina will have her own group of supporters there as well. She says she will never use an ATM again and wants what happened to her to serve as a warning to others.
I have used that machine for more years than I can count, more times than I can count. Never thought twice about it. Clearly now you do have to think twice about it. Doesn't matter what kind of neighborhood you're in.
Delamar pleaded guilty to first-degree assault and attempted robbery. Today, Tina faced him in court and delivered a 5-page victim impact statement describing how that moment continues to affect and shape every part of her life. The grandmother also spoke about accountability, telling the court the youth offender leniency sends the wrong message, arguing that at 18 years old, people are old enough to face full consequences for their actions.
While he was unable to steal any money from me, Colby did steal my peace of mind and injured me to an extent that I may never completely recover. Given the dates of the crime and arrest, Haley and I have already served more time than he has. He sentenced both of us to many more years than he will ever serve, not to mention that after shooting me, he wanted to go to another ATM and try again because he didn't get any money from me. Fortunately for some unknown citizen, his co-defendant refused. We can't fix all of this overnight, but we have to start somewhere. We need to stop cessation.
Now, Tina says that she agreed to the plea deal not because she believes it's fair, but because she needs closure. Delamar broke down as one by one his father and brother spoke, asking the judge for mercy, calling his actions a terrible decision that were fueled by drugs and bad influences. The 20-year-old apologized to Tina for his actions. Take a listen.
I know I left you scarred physically, mentally. Deep down, no amount of time will fix what I've done because I have made a horrendous mistake that both of us will struggle to live with for the rest of our lives. Lastly, Tina, I want to ask you if you would please accept my apology as a young, dumb person for the traumatizing things I did to you.
Judge Widland there did not go for the 12.25 years, which is what prosecutors were asking for, but she also didn't sentence him to the lowest amount. 11 years is about a mid-range for his criminal history. By the way, his co-defendant in this case pled guilty. He was sentenced to just a year in prison, and he's serving that time right now.
So what can we take away from Tina's experience and subsequent legal proceedings? First, situational awareness. Always be mindful of your surroundings, especially in isolated locations or at night. If something feels off, trust your gut. Second, consider alternative methods for cash. Online banking or digital payments can reduce the need for ATM visits. Third, if you must go to an ATM, choose a busy, well-lit location and try to do it before it gets dark. And finally, remember, your safety and your life are the most important things. Now, we can all say what we would do and what we wouldn't do, but try to remember, resisting a robber, especially one who has a weapon, can have devastating consequences. Tina, I'm sure, was concerned with her safety and that of her granddaughter, and we can all learn from her experience. This story, while tragic, serves as a powerful reminder for us all about the realities of crime and the pursuit of justice. And it's not just about Seattle. These types of incidents can happen anywhere, and it pushes us to think about how we navigate our daily lives and the precautions that we take and the importance of holding criminals accountable. I'd love to hear what you think about this. What do you think about the sentences that were handed down? Have you or someone that you know experienced something like this? Share your experience and your advice in the comments so we can create a community of awareness and support. Thanks for watching and engaging in this important discussion. If you found that this video was informative, give it a like and subscribe for more insight into crime and safety and the stories that affect our communities. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And until next time, as always, peace and stay safe.